Currently got 3 questions queued and they're all over here. I will get to people. Frank.
I'd like to have a show of hands from the politicians or would-be politicians. Who of you have flown over the northeast and seen the extent of conversion of farmland to native forest plantation already? And if you have done that, would you give an impression of what you've seen?
Yes, Frank, I have. And in fact, you get a glimpse of it if you catch any direct flight from here to Sydney and take a window seat. And it is just disgusting. It is huge hectares of flattened forest, bare earth, breaches of the state laws and the Forest Practices Code. You can see laid out underneath vast hillsides with no stream sides or reserves kept as they're meant to, with all that goes with that. This broadacre clearing, and then come autumn, you fly across and you see the regen zones going up, those thunderclouds taking massive amounts of greenhouse gases, converting those carbon banks into prodigious accelerated global warming and atmospheric pollution. And and you know that down there in those bare earth was once a living ecosystems with all the birds, the reptiles, the insects, the mammals, totally extinguished. That population wiped out by this process that is authorised by the Labor Party. And might I just say, ladies and gentlemen, I saw on television before I came here tonight Senator Erica Betts for the coalition saying that they hadn't been invited to this forum and complaining about it. It sounds to me like he just didn't have the gumption to come. At least Helen did.
Yes, I've flown over the proposed area that you spoke to, and I have to say, yes, there are at times breaches of the code of practice, which isn't something that any of us would want. But in terms of what happens with our agricultural land, one of the problems that you have is if a farmer decides they're going to sell their land, someone buys that to put that into plantation. What are you supposed to say to that farmer who's not able to make a living out of his land? Isn't that a business decision that the farmer has to make as to whether or not he sells it to somebody who wants to put it into plantation or not?
What about YMA schemes?
That's another issue for another time to obviously debate, and we may not even have too much disagreement on that, so it may not appease the audience tonight if we suddenly start you and I might actually agree on something. But look, obviously there is always concerns, and we all want to make sure that forest practices and code of practice are adhered to, and I don't think anyone would disagree in this room. And yes, I have. Do I think that at times there are unsightly sites for our tourists and for people seeing the forestry practices? But those are all necessary parts of reforestation of the industry as well, which is just part and parcel of the industry.